Well, welcome back as we now made our way to Akkerkloof Dam, and this is one of the major water supplies, if not the major water supply for Knysna. And as I stand here, I can tell you that it's between 15 to 17% full. So, you know, it looks quite deceiving from perhaps what you're seeing, but I must say the aerial view photographs that we got yesterday, which I'm sure we've been playing for you, you could get a greater picture as to the levels of this dam. But this is nothing new, and this is what people keep on emphasizing, is that it has been like this for quite some time in terms of the lack of water and rainfall in the area. And, you know, this, I suppose, equates to that. I don't know, I think they're saying about 10 to 17 days to day zero. That keeps on changing. So I suppose the messaging as well to the residents is quite complex. And as long as people turn taps on and water comes out, they think, okay, we're fine. But I want to talk now to somebody who's been very active, involved in this and, you know, trying to assist the situation, and also to talk to tourism, because that is the major economic contributor here in Knysna. I've got Almay Bauer, who's from the Greater Knysna Business Chamber. Almay, good to have you, and thanks for chatting to us. But I want to begin by asking you quite a straightforward question. Would you say that this is the most severe water crisis that Knysna has been through? Because Knysna is no stranger to problems, but this particular problem you're dealing with.
Good morning, Leanne. I did look last night and I saw a few articles from Knysna Plate Herald that in 2024, June specifically, we also had people at this Akkerkloof Dam saying that this is the worst that they have seen and the lowest that they have seen the dam. And then here we are today saying exactly the same. So I think with what you've said when you said hello, is that I moved to Knysna in 2012, and in 2012 I was made aware that Knysna has got water problems.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, you can see this. It's not, you've literally got to understand the situation when it comes to this, but this somehow is only part of the story, and that there is a bigger part of this, which I know we are going to have a look at. And I mean, if we look at, you know, just some of the facts that we are dealing with, is that over 50% of this treated water is being lost due to leaks, burst pipes, bypassed water meters, unmetered connections. The infrastructure is aging, it's poorly maintained, many pipes and components need repairs. There's just so much behind this as well. And I know that the Business Chamber is trying to assist the municipality as well in the way that they can. What is it that you are doing on the sidelines?
All right, so I specifically represent the Tourism Forum, and we are the voice for the private tourism businesses, the hotels, the accredited, graded B&Bs, guest houses, restaurants, our activities. And in a way, I want to say to you, well, yes, certainly so. We are all affected by it. But I think the tourism industry is our industry, especially in Knysna. We have been so part of a crisis situation. If it was not the Knysna fires, it was COVID. And now already in September, when the first communication started to come out about saving water, we are going to run in a crisis. Most of our establishments, restaurants, have already tried to implement in smaller ways in the beginning, and then starting to speed it up and make it more serious before a huge influx of visitors over a 10-day period in December, and then now specifically into February as well, where Knysna is hosting major sport festivals from Sport at Backwood Point, our schools, and we need to prepare for that. I do want to say that I think our industry is, it sounds like just a cliche word, resilient, but I think another word is that they are more prepared and more proactive. So we have already distributed the brochures and pamphlets from through our Visit Knysna, our tourism office. The tourism forum themselves has designed a whole marketing pack in different languages, because at the moment Knysna is blessed with international visitors to put up in the restaurants, in the B&Bs, even in public toilets that people can see.
Well, I'm happy to hear that, because I feel like there's been a bit of a lack of that since I've got here. I mean, I've been looking around and trying, and I can see there's a problem. Whenever you see the big gift of the givers trucks everywhere, you know there's an issue. But I feel like communication, and that's what a lot of people have been saying, is that maybe this communication has been too little too late, because, you know, if you turn the tap on and water comes out, yay, there's no problem. But that's not the way we need to look at this. But in terms of cancellations, in terms of damage to the economy, because I was hearing that some major, you know, I mean, when you're getting day zero countdowns, and that's what's being published around the country, this does scare people and say, no, look, I'm not going to go there, let's go somewhere else. Surely it is having an effect on tourism, and it can't be all good news.
So whoever designed the word day zero must really also rethink that type of branding. But I think, so I can say to you from the formal tourism sector, and just if you understand tourism, these are your bigger hotels that can take the bigger tour buses. They have had very little cancellations. They might have had a lot of inquiries, but again, it comes back to our own industry's communication channels, that we have got a body SATSA that deals with our trade partners, with our DMCs, and there's regular communication with them. So before a bus arrives in Knysna, that tour operator has already taken responsibility and communicated with the accommodation establishment. We have already, then your smaller B&Bs, they might have, and I phoned 2 or 3 of them this morning before coming, some of them had cancellations, but not cancelling and not coming back. Cancelling and saying, we will be back when the situation has improved. Yes, I do think when it comes to your Airbnbs and your self-catering places that we are not really managing or have a say over. I think there might have been a bit more cancellations, but remember, these are homes that can take 10 to 12 people, where in a hotel setup or a establishment, a guest house, it's a much more controlled environment in which we receive these visitors.
All right, let's leave it there for now. I've got the mayor here as well, so I want to give him a bit of time that we can actually just ask him a couple of questions. A very young mayor, newly appointed. I mean, when I say newly appointed, he's been around for about almost a year, and we're going to chat to him. We're going to go walk out onto the edge of that bridge just to give you a bit of a change of scenery as we listen to the community behind us here. The kids getting ready to go to school, the hooters blaring. There's even cars on the other side. Maybe we can get you a shot of that later to just show you the everyday life that is out here in and amongst some of the issues that they're facing. But it seems like they're just getting on with it. Elme, thank you for talking to us.